evening, gang. Yeah, hello. All right, it's Sunday the 8th of February 2026. Welcome along to tonight's little live show from myself, Chris Reardon. And what a shame. I should have started, I think, 20 seconds early today. And you would have heard one of my birthday presents. Yes, the Beauty and the Beast clock. Now, I'm fully aware it's quite far. I'm going to bring it over to you. One moment, please. That's a good idea. Look, this has been professionally put up with a screw. I can't believe it's still up after several days. Look at this birthday present. It's fantastic. My friend Roy bought this. Those of you that have been watching the little, what do you call them, out and about type videos would have seen me receive this. And it's all up and running. And at 7 o'clock, you will hear it sing. It sing. What was that? Push the test button so we can hear it now. I think I should give you something to wait for, really. I know. Like these people at Christmas. Oh, let's put up the Christmas tree. It's only 8 weeks away. No. Right, put this back on here. Hang on. La da 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 da. Don't look at my bum. Don't look at my bum while I'm up here, you rude people. There we are. Gives it a little tongue there. It does worry me that that might fall off there. And yeah, Roy bought me that for my birthday. There's a couple of things I really like in life. Disney. And I like clocks. I know it sounds stupid, I like clocks. Now, although this is up here today, I'm afraid it's not going to stay up there. And the reason is, you can hardly see it, can you? Number one, the background makes it almost invisible. And it was my sister who mentioned that. So that's number one. And number two, it is quite far away. You know, if I could get it closer, and I was trying to think of a way I could bring it closer to you, and I don't know how. I actually had a look at. I typed into Amazon hook stands. You know, where you have like a stand on the floor. It's got a hook on the other side, but I was just coming up with like coat stands and things like that. So I thought, no, that's not going to work. Now, it's a similar problem with this one over here that a friend of mine bought at Christmas. You see this one over here, again, a little bit too far back for you to be able to see it. So if I could think of a way of bringing it closer, but not that close that I'm going to knock the damn thing over. You know what I mean? So there we are. That's one of the presents. Oh, and Vera bought me a couple of presents. My friend Vera, she bought me my favourite baked beans of all time, Bush's baked beans from America. Now, in America, these are very reasonably priced. Over here, I happen to know that's about 10 quid for a tin of baked beans. I know that because I made a mistake of ordering some once on Amazon. Now, and when I looked at the picture, I didn't look at the size. You know, size, whatever grams, I don't know. No, it's American, that'd be in ounces, wouldn't it? 16 ounces. No, me neither. I don't know what 16 ounces are. Oh, that must be a very big can. So I paid my £10 and I got one of these through the post. Very disappointing. But when I come back from America, I've usually got 6 or 8 large cans. I do a large can in there as well. So if you ever go to America, no, I'm not going to ask you for jeans or clothes. Could you bring back a few tins of this? Maybe, if you really love me that much, an extra suitcase. I'm sure that would be all right, especially if flying the posh seats. Save the money. Get yourself the posh fleet on a plane. It's posh seat on a plane. 72 kilos in weight. You know, that's one, possibly 2 suitcases full of Bush's baked beans. Thank you very much. Right. Now, if you'd like to join in tonight, gang, there's a few ways of doing it. If you're in a chat box of any sort with lots of other people, I am not in the chat box, okay? It's impossible for me to go in there and select the message for me among the general conversation in there. So there's 2 ways of contacting me, either on the text message up there. If you're in the UK, do use a text message. It's 07451 287 337. 07451 287 337 is the text number. It's a normal text number. It's not a premium rate. So it's just like texting your friends, okay? Or if you're outside the UK and you can't use your text message, the one down there is the email address, chris at chrisreardon.co.uk. Chris at chrisreardon.co.uk, and that will come through to me. I'm just wondering if we've got. Oh, what was the lady's name? She sent in a little video of her dog, which sings to me or barks at me when I'm on the telly. Heidi, that was it. Heidi, are you with us today, Heidi? Because if so, I've loaded up your video on my player, and I'd like to show people that. The dog that barks along to my dulcet tones. So there we are. All right. Let's have a look here. Okay. Jason Hughes is there. Evening, Jason. Evening to Jason's son. 2 Jasons watching today. Dean is there. Good evening to Dean. Welcome along to you, sir. He's bought me and my... I think this is the one. I think this is the one, Dean. He's bought me and my sister a couple of ducks. Not actual live ones. You know, I take a very dim view of people that eat ducks. I really do, especially if they've caught them themselves. Just a minute. Alexa, studio air off.
It's off.
Getting a bit warm in here. So I think that's you, Good evening, Dean. Good evening to Mr. Gary Ross. Evening, Patricia in Manchester. Hello, my darling. She enjoyed the karaoke this weekend. I do have another little YouTube channel called Karaoke London, and I stream the... Why is that still blasting out air? Oh, is it stopping? What's it doing? Alexa, studio air off.
It's off.
It's not off though, is it? Oh. I'll get bleeding cold in here in a minute. Oh dear, just a minute now. How do I turn that off without the Oh. Oh, that's off now. Something's gone a bit wrong there. Where was I now? Oh, I know what's happened. I think I lost communication with my app on that. Patricia in Manchester, yeah. Karaoke London. So as you know, for my job, I do 2 karaoke nights. That's on Friday and Saturday night, 7:30 until 11 o'clock at a place called Central Station in London. And we stream them. And the YouTube channel is called Karaoke London, if you ever want to join us there. I don't clean my mouth up for that one, okay? Sometimes I'm a little bit sweary on there because it's a live situation, okay? All right, but it's kind of in context. And if you ever hear me being horrible to anyone in there, in particular Toby, he is actually in on the joke, okay? He loves it. I wouldn't be horrible to anyone. Thank you, Patricia. And good evening to Leslie and Roy. The RCB crowd are here tonight. Hello to you. They've been waiting for the show to start there. Thank you very much, Leslie. Jet in Canterbury. I think she's with us today. She sent me a nice little birthday message. Thank you, Jet. And someone sent in a little message here about Serrano ham crisps from Marks and Spencer's. I think, yeah, this looks like it was from last week because I've bought some crisps from Marks and Spencer's, olive oil crisps, £3.80. They're still in a cupboard. And what I thought I'd do at some point, obviously not in a not too distant future, because we can't be doing stale crisps. Yeah. Might as well have a piece of cake if they're going to taste like that, innit? No, I thought what I'd do is get a few crisps next to each other and maybe, I don't know, get a couple of people and say, see which ones you think are best and put them in secret bowls so that you don't know which the expensive ones are. Yes, all right, so we might do that. And someone here, they didn't put their name here, said, I had Serrano ham crisps from Marks and Spencer's, £3.80. So clearly they had the expensive ones as well. Thank you very much. Big G's here. Good evening to Big G is here. Good evening to you. Good evening to Maureen. She was in the pub last night. Oh, she was saying, how is the orchid doing? Now, that's another thing you see. Because of the background, you can't see it, can you? It's here. It's here. There it is now. If I shake it a bit, which men and boys are advised to do as soon as they finish going to the wee, please shake it violently, if necessary, to remove all those drips and save embarrassment of you walking in supermarkets and churches and generally out in public. You don't want that wet patch. Or Tenor Man. Tenor Man. Haven't tried them yet. Haven't tried them. No, I haven't tried them yet. All right, Maureen. So there's Maureen's orchid there. I have Maureen's orchids from years, all along windowsills. None of them have ever died. Not a single one. I look after them. Good evening to Richard. Please do the generation game. What do you mean the generation game? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Shut that door and enjoy the generation game. La-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that one. Is that what you wanted? Thank you, Richard. I love it. There's a lot of Generation games, both Larry Grayson and Bruce Forsyth, Jim, you know Jim, who he did it as well. I quite like him. For the Generation Game, no, it wasn't really me. Melon Soup, what a disaster that was. Do you remember that some Easters ago? They bought Melon Sue to do the Generation Game. It was a disaster. I heard that they actually cancelled the series. Well, all the series is I think a certain number were filmed, and they only shoved 2 out in the end. It was that bad, awful. Zoe's there. Good evening, Zoe. How are you, Zoe? She's there every morning, aren't you, my love? Even when I'm doing the radio show. She says, good evening, Uncle Chris. Good evening, Zoe. I'm okay. Had a family dinner at my parents' today, except for my brother, his wife, and my baby niece, who is 11 months old. They are all full of cold. Oh, no. This chest thing this year that everyone's got or had or is getting, it's awful. Anyway, the little baby's teething. Oh, poor. Why do babies have to be born with teeth? I mean, is it like a test from the man above to see if they can take the pain and suffering? Eh? I don't know. That is all teeth are, isn't it? It's just pain and suffering with everyone, isn't it? You know, even when your teeth come through, there's one gone rotten. Into the dentist, you know, £10,000, please, for that filling. Yes. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean. Anyway, the baby's teething, bless her. However, my brother's dog was there. He was very sleepy, though do not think got much sleep last night, bless him, but soon woke up when it was dinner time. Oh, don't. I had terrible sleep last night. So, I told you before, I kind of wake up every couple of hours now for a wee. And I woke up at 5, and sometimes I don't even go that much. I just think it's a habit that has come to me, if you see what I mean. And then the last time I woke up was about 4:45. Couldn't get back off the seat. I had a bit of a tummy ache as well, which comes and goes all the time, as you know. So that was going on. And in the end, I got up at, I think it was about 5:15. I thought, I can't stand this any longer. And I got up at 5:15. I've been doing an online course for something. Nothing, not like an O-level or something like this, for something specific, right? And I'd got to like 85% of this course over the period of a few weeks, because I can't be just sitting here doing learning stuff. I've always been like that. The same at school. I cannot sit there and learn something from a book or an instruction manual. Anyone else a bit like that? I mean, I was lucky to get 2 O-levels at school, physics and English, and I'm sure that was by fluke. I'm not that intelligent. Seriously, I'm not. And to sit down and read instructions from a manual. I mean, God knows I haven't managed to get a car going when I change car, especially if you change manufacturers. Everything's in a different place, isn't it? What's that one do? Oh, okay, that's that. And then I can learn. Open the book, right, this is how you do. Oh, no, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Anyway, so I've been doing this course. And then it was 86%. And I did it for about 10 minutes. You have completed the course. Now, the lovely lady who told me that is this course I had to do this specific thing, did say to me at the end of it, you just print off a certificate and you take it into her, and then you can get on with what you're going to get on with and go with someone and then go with them and go and do this little thing that I was going to do. Right? Oh, no. We will now ask you a short test. Oh, no. I thought. Anyway, so I did this test. 10 questions. You had to get an 80% rate. Now, I didn't know it was 10 questions. So 80%, 8 questions. You see, the maths isn't too bad, is it? Okay. Right. So I did it. Sorry, you have only scored 70%. Oh, well. And then underneath, it said, first try of 3. Happy days. I thought, I'll get it on the second one. So I did the second one. Click. Sorry, you have failed. Not, well, I don't know what the words were. 70%. Oh, no. One more go. One more go. So I went through it again, and it asks some of the same questions that you've already had, right? And then some different questions. Click, click, click. 70%. So I failed. Once again, I'm a failure. And there doesn't seem to be, after that, you're clicking arrows and and there doesn't seem to be a way forward from that now. That's just it. So I don't think I'll be doing that particular thing, and maybe it wasn't meant to be. So that's okay, you know, that's okay. I'm not madly disappointed. Something I thought that I could bring value, do something for other people with this thing, but I wasn't able to get through the test. And I've often had that, or right throughout my life, things, you know, forms. I can't stand filling out forms. How much do we hate filling out that form for the doctor online? Trying to get an appointment. I want to talk to someone. If you want to talk to someone, tell me what have I done wrong? Okay, thank you. I don't know what questions I got wrong. Don't know. The funny thing is, I was telling the lady this morning in the church, and there is another button on there that said feedback. Right? And it appeared at the end of each quiz, test, exam, whatever you want to call it. And I saw this feedback, and I thought, I don't want to give feedback. Why do I want to give feedback? I just want to get on with the test. Oh no, the feedback is for you. But it just said feedback. Why didn't it say feedback for you? Then I would have pressed it. I swear, a lot of these forms and exams, it's the way they are presented to you. Some bod in an office has decided, oh, feedback, they'll understand what that is. Hello? No, I didn't. So I'm failure today, boys and girls. You're looking at a failure. But I did win the bingo once. Round about 1984 it was, at the Granada in Clapham Junction. £50. Thank you very much. Bingo! House! No, I did the same as my nan. House! That's the way it goes, though. Hello to the lovely Linda in Leicester. It is still raining in Leicester. Linda, have you purchased a small boat? Better safe than sorry. Your neighbours will be laughing. Oh, she's bought a boat. And then their house sinks. And you sail away. Like on the Onedian line. Da, 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 da. If there were kids watching now, they would have not a clue what that is. That's the weird thing about it. Sometimes at Central Station, where I do the karaoke, I talk television. Ah, I remember that. That was on Thames. What's that? What is that? Thames Television, TV station. What is that? We don't know what that is. London Weekend? No, don't know what that is. Central Television? No, what is set? They don't know what it is. You're talking to these people. They haven't got a clue. That's how long ago it all was. Yeah. Well, I can't believe I'm here at 63. Dear. Jet. There's our Jet. Jet says, you inhale 50 potentially harmful bacteria every time you breathe. Oh, why didn't you say so before I bleeding started, love? Oh, dear. Thankfully, your immune system is working hard all the time to virtually orderly. Okay. Thankfully, your immune system is working hard all the time, so virtually all these are promptly destroyed without you feeling a thing. Phew. Well, those with fully functioning immune systems, which is something I don't have. That's my long-term thing. I haven't really got a very good immune system. I have to have a pill every morning for that. Hello to Vera from Vera's Choice in the Morning. Good evening, Vera. She says, all crisps to be consumed before Lent. Well, Vera bought me, as I say, the bush baked beans. She also bought me these. No, you haven't seen these before. They're new. Hot honey Walker's crisps. Where's Gary Lineker? Oh, he's on Sky now, bless his heart. Hot honey crisps. Vera, not for me, lovey. Now, this is really funny. Thank you very much. I appreciate you bringing these in. I had a bag on the way home last night, They are the weirdest thing. So you start eating them, and you get like, when you put them in your mouth, you get like a honey taste. And it's just, I thought that's weird. And then that's followed by a little bit of a kickback from chili, or I assume it's chili, is it? Something else in here. I don't know what it is. Bixin, plain caramel, potassium chloride. Oh, I don't know what it is. Rapeseed. Doesn't say chili. There's something in there which gives it a little bit of burn at the back of your tongue. And I thought, no, I don't, I'm not keen on it. But thank you for bringing them in, Vera. Always best to tell you, darling, in case you go out of your way and buy me another bag next week. The weird thing is I do like the hot honey Jaffa cakes. They're nice. Isn't that weird? I like those, but not the hot honey crisp. But don't worry, Vera. Just in case you thought I was going to starve to death tonight, I got these from nephew Gary and his wife. Not only that have I got, but last night while I was at work, there was a special delivery. Special delivery at the door. As caught by my security cameras, and I rang up my neighbour, could you bring a box in? They've left it outside the front door. And last, for my birthday, you may remember my nephew and his wife and their three beautiful children, Evie, who's at the moment on a school trip. Do you remember those? Now, where did you go for your school trips? Eh? Box Hill? Somewhere like that? I don't know. Glasgow, Edinburgh Castle, maybe? If those of you in Scotland. The Welsh, where did you go to, though? The Motocross Stadium, have a look round there. Where did I go? I think it was Box Hill. We went to Box Hill. I think somewhere else in Surrey we went, you know. Where's she gone? Euro Disney Paris. I know people that at my school, it's different there now. They go to bleeding Rome. The choir at my school go to Rome to sing. Wherever I go, Box Hill. Says it all, doesn't it? She's in Disney Paris, meeting Mickey. I wonder if she's been on that ride yet. Ready? You're going to hate me for this. Ready? La 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 la. It's a small, small world. Yeah, that one. I wonder if she's been on it yet. And I wonder how many times she's been on it. I went on it 3 times in one day. They started looking at me in a very funny way. Anyway, thank you, Vera. All crisps, bread and things like that need to be consumed before Lent, which is Wednesday week, of course. So Wednesday, I'm playing the organ Wednesday night and next Sunday, actually. Oh, that's another thing. So there I am sitting in church this morning and the first hymn comes on. Only one of the hymns I've already arranged to do next week. But don't worry, I'll do it better and louder and faster. Thank you very much. I had to nudge someone. He's doing that hymn I'm doing next week. Hallelujah, sing to Jesus. Well. Richard, thanks for your thanks. You're an awesome person. You do make me laugh. You don't know how much I can make you laugh, Richard. I have a very long tickling finger. Yes. Behave yourself or you will be tickled to death. One person I do hope will tickle the insides of something at some point is the delightful Mark Bowles. Good evening, Mark. How are you? He's just got back from taking his little boy. He had his little boy for the weekend, I assume, and he's just taken him home, which is always a hard time for him. So, hello, Mark. Let's try and make you laugh a little bit today, all right? Stu and Sarah are there. Good evening to Stu and Sarah. Good evening to Test. Someone sent in a message and it says Test. So good evening to Test, finishing 8-6. Hello to Test. Joe and Sparky are there. Good evening to you. Hope you're well. It's raining in Cornwall again, they say. Linda from Leicester, love honey roasted peanuts. Yes. Yeah, they're all right as well. But no, wouldn't fancy the crisps. Might be worth, I don't know if they do one bag of those. I think you've got to buy a multi-pack. Or I had... Is it Marmite crisps? They were doing the big bag somewhere I had the other day. You know the £1.25 ones? And it was Marmite ones. Oh, nice. Bovril Marmite, one of those two things. Carl and Dottie. Never let me down, do you two? Good evening, Chris. I know how it feels. I get up 6 times a night for a piddle. I've resorted to a bucket under the bed. Love Dottie. Oh, bless. Does that work for you? Actually, I think I got a feeling my nan, when her husband died, she was a long time on her own. She's not here anymore. Many years ago, I think she had a boyfriend, and when he stayed, he had a bucket under the bed, or it might have been hers. I don't know. I should have asked, shouldn't I? Is that rude? Excuse me, have you got a bucket under your bed? Is that how you go to toilet? I don't know. Oh dear. The email there as well, okay? Austin's there. Hello to Austin. He kindly sent me a birthday message. Hi, Chris. It was a toss-up between watching Liverpool and watching you. You won. Got something wrong with your brain watching this instead of your football. No, the lads don't usually give me up for football, believe me. Although I think they might have enjoyed the one of the videos where I showed you the McLaren car. Those of you that watch the sort of little videos I've been doing at Coworth Park. There's one more to come, incidentally, part 3, which is on Tuesday. That'll be at 5:30 on Tuesday, the final part of our Coworth Park little mini series. When I was lucky enough, I always feel I'm lucky to be able to do these things, you know, to have spent a couple of nights there last week for my birthday. And cousin Helen came out, and you liked her, didn't you, cousin Helen? And my friend Roy and Vera. You didn't see much of Roy and Vera. You'll see more of them in the next one, where we have a little bit of a conversation at the tea table, because there wasn't too many people in there. I don't think they get many bookings in February. All right, so that's still to come. And indeed, thank you to anyone else who kindly sent in lovely birthday messages for my 63rd birthday. And I always say, you know, never complain about getting older, because there's plenty of people out there who don't. They simply don't get to it, you know, so I can't complain. I wonder at which point, I don't think I'll get there yet, but at which point is it like every day is a bonus? At what point do we get to that? You know what I mean? All righty. There is, if you're in a chat box, gang, if you're in a chat box, and there's lots of other people in the chat box, I am not in the chat box, okay? Reason being, I can't pick out the messages for me among the general chit chat on there. There's a lot of chatting goes on there now. So to send me a message, please use the text number there from your mobile phone. Just a normal text number, okay? It's not premium rate. 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or you can use the email at the bottom there. The email address is chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Those of you without vision, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Yeah, can you believe that? Some people don't have me in vision. I think Mark Bowles probably has me in vision. I'm very happy to say that. All right. Now, there's also a phone number, which I'll give you in a moment. Let me just give you a few ideas of perhaps something to call into tonight. Terrifying moments at 30,000 feet. You ever been on a plane and had a really frightening moment, or moments, or hour, whatever? What was it? What was it that frightened you on that plane? Okay, you might want to talk to me about that, or you might want to text in about that. It's up to you. Slightly different format here. I'll read you things. Oh, by the way, the other thing, something new this week. I'm going to start that this week. Those of you that watch the recorded shows, I've only had 2 people tell me that they didn't like the comments at the end. They found them made the show too long. And I thought about it, and I thought, you're absolutely right. But people who send the comments in like to have them read out by me. They like that. So I really didn't want to remove that. It was actually my sister. She didn't like it. And someone who emailed in. And each and every one to their own, you know. I always say that, you know, you like that, you like that. Not everyone that likes that will like that. You know, that lot of people will like that. That lot of people won't like that. And, you know, whatever. If you want to come along, come along. If you don't, come out at that point. So I had a thought about it. And once again, all my great ideas come to me in the swimming pool. And it was actually at Coworth Park in that lovely spa. Have you seen? I don't think you've seen the spa yet, have you? No, that's in Tuesday evening show. Okay, that'll be in Tuesday evening show. The spa, beautiful blue water, So, but it's slightly cold for that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? You know when you go in public swimming pools. Now, certainly, the one here in Bracknell is bleeding cold. It's awful. For a while, I used that one, and while the one I usually go to was closed, I go to a hotel one here called The Village. It used to be the Hilton, but I think they sold. It was actually happened during the pandemic, believe it or not. They sold, and Village took it over, did it all out, and did a damn good job of it as well, I have to say as well. That pool's all right, but the public one here, we have a Bracknell Council one, although it's not council now, it's run by Everything Extra or some, I can't remember. Everywhere, Everything, something like that. I'm sure you know what I mean. That one was so cold, and I don't think it's necessarily all sort of council municipal pools are cold, because the one at Boston I use, although I haven't been able to use that at all for most of last year, because that is now closed for a massive refurbishment, closed for a year. Now, I think that's up in sort of April, May, so it'd be interesting to see what they've done with that one, but it was really old in there, but never cold, and it's a massive, must have cost them a fortune to eat that. Massive pool, really, really nice it was. So I don't necessarily think it's that, with the old swimming. Anyway, let's go back to this then. Where were we? Okay, yeah, just a few things to jog your memory, and perhaps you might want to send in a message for any of these things, okay? What do you put cheese on? I ask you this, I was listening to LBC the other night. Nick Abbott. I'm not a fan of Nick Abbott. I used to be, but he became really lefty. Really, do you know what I mean? There's centre, there's right. I'm right there, we're right there. That's okay. That's okay. No, you're too much now. And he was constantly going on about Brexit and Trump and the Tories. He was just on, and I got fed up with it in the end, which is a shame, because when he started, he was very funny. But now and again, I click on and up to the point where he starts going on and on about all this political stuff, and I just like the entertainment side of things. Anyway, this woman rang in, and we were talking about scones, and she puts on her scones jam and butter and cheese. And I wonder, do you put anything unusual? Do you put cheese on anything perhaps a little bit unusual? We don't mean pizzas. If I do beans on toast, I'll often put cheese. Actually, I'll put cheese underneath. So the toast, butter, cheese, and then beans, because when the hot beans go on there, they kind of melt it through, don't they? And it's nice. So, what do you put cheese on? Anything sort of a little bit unusual there, I wonder? Let us know. Either use the text, or you can call in if you want. I've got a phone number open now. When I push this button, there you go. Okay, that's the phone number, 020-8144-3477. It's a local London number. It's not a premium rate number. If you fancy having a little bit of a chat about one of our things tonight, or indeed anything else, then give us a call, 020-8144-3477. As I say, not premium rate. There's only one line. If there's someone on the phone, I can't answer another one, okay? It won't receive withheld numbers, and it won't receive those stupid British Telecom things that people leave a message at British Telecom, and then I answer it and it just plays a message. It's a bit silly, really, but there you go. So it won't accept those sort of calls, and as naughty people come through, they're instantly barred. If they suddenly shout out F off or something like that, they get one chance. They get one chance to do that, and then it'll never happen again. All right, so there you go. There's your options for sending in your messages there. So that's the first one there. What do you put cheese on, if anything? Let's just say hello to some people here. Could you give us a 5-minute warning so I don't miss the 7 o'clock cuckoo clock? Happy belated video. Loving the videos. Thank you very much. 97. Don't have a name from you, though. If you've never sent a message in, do send perhaps just your first name in and where you are, sort of in the country or indeed in the world. All right, Denise in Worcestershire. Good evening, Denise. Welcome along to the show, my darling. All right. She says, I used to love Walker's pizza flavoured crisps, but not Gary Lineker. No, he's another one, isn't he? Oh, why can't they just do the job? I mean, when I was a kid, all these people on the telly, other than if they're doing like an opinion show, I suppose, like, oh, I can't think now. But the whole style of the interviewing was different as well, wasn't it? Remember Parkinson? Do you remember him ever talking over someone or butting in or being horrible? I don't remember it. And you put on BBC Breakfast Time, they don't let anyone answer. These people are trying to answer questions, and old Naga Manchetti, she's straight in it. Mark Bowles. Can you believe Mark Bowles prefers Naga Manchetti over me, looks-wise? Why is that, Mark? Some reason for that? Anyway, I can't stand it. I can't stand... And that Charlie State as well, he's another one. Charlie State. And when they're together, if you want to avoid them, I think they do Thursday and Friday, maybe Saturday as well. During the week, there's a little dumpy one with a beard. He's all right. He's not bad. I can't think of his name now. And there's a really posh lady with a bit of a big nose. She's quite good as well. But I miss Angela Rippon. Sometimes you can get her on GB News. I quite like Eamon Holmes. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea on GB News. And old Stephen Dixon there as well. He's not bad, you know. Yeah, so there we are. Okay. 35. Let's have a look. Thank you, Denise. Jet says, I've outlived Jesus. Well, I don't know about that. Oh, yeah, because he died early, didn't he? For us. You know. Thank you, Jet. Thank you for pointing out that interesting piece of information. Jet, you make me laugh. Dottie says, please take no notice of Carl. I do not have a bucket under my bed. It's all lies. Next time you're in Mablethorpe, we will treat you to fish and chips. Thank you very much. The one round the corner. You know that little one round the corner? Yes, please. We got a call. Hello, who's on the line, please?
Hello, Chris.
Is that Julie?
Julie again.
Is it Julie?
Or
hello?
how's it going?
Oh, can you just turn me off in the background, darling?
Yeah.
Thank you, love.
I've chucked you off. There we
turn
go.
you up a little bit there as well so I can hear your beautiful dulcet tones. How are you, my love?
Well, there you. I'm very well, thank you.
This is becoming
I do love your show.
This is becoming a nice little few-minute weekly call from you, isn't it, love?
You what, love?
It's coming a nice little weekly call from you, this is.
Yes, yeah, we'll have to stop dating like this.
Oh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, my love. You know what those...
No. It's our secret.
You know what the gossips are like. You know the worst place for gossips, don't you?
The what?
You know the worst place for gossips, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Church. Oh, they're terrible in there. The gossip going on there is unbelievable.
Yeah. but yes, I'm very fed up with this rain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
There was a lot of it while I was at the hotel for those 2 nights. And on the very last day, the sun came out. So I had about an hour and a half before I went home.
Yeah. But, I've been busy doing, puddling around in all the puddles with the dog and doing general housework and all that boring stuff. Been going through some DVDs I've had give me.
Oh, what you got?
Warhorse, the Queen's Jubilee. My friends have those 2, and then I got a load more to go through in a minute.
Lovely. I used to, do you know, I went for a period of collecting DVDs, and I've got a little, what do they call it? You know, underneath the telly, them things with shelves.
Yeah.
TV stands, maybe? I don't know what. TV cabinet. I've got a cupboard full of these. I've got a cupboard full of DVDs with the cellophanes still on. Some of them are 20 years old. Never watched them.
Yeah.
What a waste of money,
those 2 I had today, they haven't been used.
Have they not?
No.
But you've watched them today, have you? Warhorse. I know that film, Warhorse. I know that film.
Well, my friend, she had Warhorse. She lent it to somebody, and that really annoys me. And she never had it back.
Yeah.
So I've watched it, so I know what it's about. It's very sad. I ended up crying all the way through it.
Oh, don't cry, Ju, darling. Don't
Yeah,
be.
so
I'll try and
I
make you
thought,
happy
no, I
now.
can't watch that again. Well, it's horrible, isn't it?
Well, I'll let you into a secret. I'm a bit like that in front of films. And music.
Yeah.
Music affects me big time. Oh, my word.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah, big
Oh.
time. Yeah.
You're an old sentimental, aren't you?
Poor old soul I am, aren't I, my love? Poor old soul. I've just spilt teal down my neck.
I know I was going to ask you, Chris.
Yeah.
You know, tell me to mind my own business.
Mind your own
Is
business.
Martin and Lee Van Camp made it up yet?
Oh, you have
They
to.
fell out, didn't they?
You have to talk to them. You have to talk to them.
Yeah, yeah. But, you know, he's a nice bloke. I don't know what happened there.
I keep my nose out of there. I don't really.
Yeah, I
take
don't
any
blame you,
notice,
Bob.
yeah.
Otherwise, you get your head, you know, bit off.
No, I don't think I get my head bit off, but I just,
Yeah.
There's just certain things, you know, you think, oh, should I, it can go with friends and all that, you know what I mean? Oh, do you think I should
Yeah.
say something? No, not really. I mean, I found out that someone was cheating on someone, right? This is
Yeah.
some time ago, and I thought, what am I going to do? Because one of the people was a bit close to me. Not
Yeah.
like that, but I knew them quite well, right?
Yeah,
And I thought, well, I know what I'll ask. And
Yeah.
I said to this person, I got this friend, you know, and he's two-timing. Do you think I should tell the other person or not? I just don't know if I should or not, because then you can end up being the bad one. Do you see
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, definitely,
And this
yeah.
person said to
and
me...
when it's family, it's a bit awkward as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So this person said to me, he said exactly what I thought, and that was, if you tell the other person what you've seen, you can end
Yeah.
up being the kind of criminal. So I said nothing.
Yeah.
So I said nothing, and I keep it to myself.
No.
You know, sometimes you
No,
can't
I
say
just
something.
wondered if they were back on track again, because you don't see much of him on these shows now, only the old ones.
Right? No, I don't know. I don't know.
No.
You have to ask them in the chat box if you want to, but you know, if you don't get an answer, you don't get an answer, and that's all it is, darling.
No, yeah. But, no, I do look forward to speaking to you on a Sunday.
You're very,
It
very
lightens
welcome.
my evening up.
You're very, very welcome, my love. My phone hasn't rung today, darling. You're the
Oh,
only
admit, my
person.
love.
Look, my phone, no missed calls, nothing. No, my niece rang me, and I was just about to go into church. So yeah, that didn't happen either.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to take my little dog out now
All
for
right,
her
love.
last little run.
What dog
and
is
then
it?
I'm
Is it a
going to
ter-
jump in the tub.
It's a terrier, isn't it?
Yeah, Patterdale Jack Russell.
Little terrier. All right. Have a lovely time, darling.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
to talk to you.
Okay, my love, and you keep up the good work and give my love to the family.
All right, love. Have a
And
nice
give a
walk.
big kiss to the two dogs.
Not too much drinking tonight, darling, all right? I want to see you home nice and
That's
safe.
it.
Tell her, love.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Ta-ra, sweetheart.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, it's become a regular Sunday night call, that has, that lady. Oh, wonderful. Julie, I think it's Julie, I think it is. And she's got a lovely voice. She's got one of those lovely voices, hasn't she? Like a mumsy, if you don't mind me saying so, a Nancy type voice there. Not Nancy, that's me. A Nancy voice there, it's lovely. Evening to nephew Gary, he's there. Shania's there. Shania, are you watching the screen, darling? Oh, actually, no, I won't put this out there. Because, dates are booked, Shania. In fact, no, I haven't got it with me. In fact, I'll send you dates. Dates are booked for this year's trip to the Isle of Wight. I'm coming back so I can love you the way I used to love you long ago. Well, at least back in October. So, yes, we're booked. We're booked. A caravan two caravans have been booked. Gold standard as well, which was only, what was he told me? It was only £3 extra for the gold standard ones, because I think it's out of season, actually, all right? So there you go, Shania, all right? Mark Bowles spends £15 a week on cheese. Oh, that's a lot, Mark. I have cathedral on everything. Do you really? Yeah, I have it on beans. What did I have today? I was really, because I didn't sleep well last night. I just got something from a ready meal from Marks and Spencer. You know that vegetable casserole thing they do. Is it $4.75 or $3.75? So I put that in the microwave with some ready-made potato as well, also from Marks and Spencer's, and it comes out of the microwave, sprinkled cheese on top, half a packet. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be cheap to take. I'm cheap to take out, Mark. You spend all this money on these bleeding women, mate. I know what they charge you. Oh, where should we go to? Oh, I can't take her to McDonald's. You can take me to McDonald's if you want to. Or better, cheese on everything. Thank you very much. Pizza Hut. Or, what's the other one I go to? Marco's. There's one of those in King's Cross. Frankie and Benny. Any of those. Perfectly acceptable. No need to spend a small fortune trying to impress me. Already impressed by your looks. Thank you. Don't need to spend any more money. No. Not like those influencers, those awful influencers. There is a couple of nice influencers who I like. You know, I'm a big fan of Hannah Ricketts. What was I watching her today? She was 45 Park Lane. There's only a few rooms in there. As part of the Dorchester collection, I believe. I think I'm right in saying that. Where I stayed at Coworth Park, that's part of the Dorchester collection, and they know their stuff. They know the 5-star experience. You are paying for that, and you expect it, and you certainly get it from there. So she was reviewing 45 Park Lane. I looked at it and I thought, no, I don't know about that. It's a bit modern. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very modern in there. I wasn't over impressed. That being said, the pool that they've got there, they've got a spa downstairs, and it's enormous. Oh, that does look nice. Might be worth just going for that. On the other hand, why spend all that money when I can spend £7 at Bracknell Leisure Centre? Because it's warm, that's why. Do you do swimming, Mark? Perhaps we could go swimming together. You know, obviously, you know, you'd probably want to change in one of those little lock-up things, wouldn't you? Well, I'm outside with all the rest of the lads in one big room, happy together. Thank you very much. Hello to the lovely Debbie Moorcroft. Hello, Debbie. She's in Dorset, so she's waiting for the... How is it 10 to 7 already? How is that even possible? Blimey. She's waiting for the... I don't know if the Beauty and the Beast clock for the 7 o'clock time signal. Don't worry, Debbie. 12 minutes to go, darling. All right, she's in Dorset. God, it's years since I went there. Place called Dawlish. Yeah, I remember it. Oh, we were kids then, 14 or 15. Here we go. Roy in Farnham, Marmite and cheese on toast. Yeah, I'll have some of that. Marmite and cheese on toast sounds nice. Yeah. And I think, you got another message in there we sent some weeks ago. He likes Marmite crisps as well. They are nice. Bovril and Marmite or Marmite crisps. Hello to Mike Rees-Ponto. He today is in Torremolinos in Spain. I like toast spread with Marmite and mayonnaise. I'm not a fan of mayonnaise, really. Not really a fan of that. Thank you, Mike. I do hope... Do I need to talk louder to get my voice over to Torremolinos? Oh, you're not in one of those awful chavvy hotels, are you? Oh, dear. Are you on a Jet 2 holiday? Come and shake your hands. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 for a family of 4. You're not on one of those. Please don't tell me you flew over there on Ryanair. Otherwise, don't ever message me again. We don't use Ryanair. Thank you very much. My sister uses them all the time. She's never got a complaint. They've been, my sister and brother-in-law, they've been going from Butler's Empire. If I say Butler's Empire, then I can put it in the tags, you see. That's what I was told to do. They've been flying Ryanair and EasyJet for some time now, and they've got no complaints whatsoever. You know, what puts me off is the other people complaining about it. And quite honestly, I see people struggling to get into those seats. I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Hello, delicate Linda's there. Let's quieten her. Hi, delicate Linda. How are you? You're right, love. She's very, very delicate. Delicate Linda. Delicate Linda is here. Nose blowers. Please don't blow your nose while delicate Linda is there. She don't like the noise. She don't. Whatever you do, don't make any sort of nasal noises when Linda is there. She's very, very delicate. She's going to Malta next month. Have you ever been? No, but I want to go because it's close and you've got lots of churches there. I quite like to look around churches. I love it. Every single church you go into, different. The one I go to is quite modern, you know. In fact, they're all fairly modern around it. There's an old one in Reading. And funnily enough, my childhood church, St. Joseph's in Bracknell, well, they've just had the decorators in. Apparently, they went in one morning, the wall is on the floor. Thank God that happened. Didn't happen when there were people in there. Apparently, for years and years, water has been seeping into this plaster and it's ended up on the floor. Well, they turned that around quickly. Within, I think, a week and a half, it was all up and running again. Now you've got to get the money in, you see, that's the thing. Put that Don't be coming into church and putting coins in the collection plate. I should take a very dim view if you do that. Checks only. Sorry, cash only. No checks or cards. God help us if the church ever had to pay tax. Thank you, Linda. Delicate Linda. Lovely to have you with us. And I'd like to go there. Thank you, Shania. Make sure you come to the right church this time. You'll be telling me where to go. My fingers are ready for your use, my love, and my feet. Hello to Russ in Brighton. Hello, Russ. Thanks for the smiles. He's a bit cold down there in Brighton today. Kirsty's there. Benfleet in Essex. Hi, Kirsty. Mark Bowles loves swimming, but couldn't trust your wandering hands. What are you saying? I think it's the other way round, my love, Mark. Yeah, you'll do that one. Yeah, I'll be swimming along. You know, I see that I never stop. Oh, they make me laugh, these people in the pool. You get these middle-aged blokes, younger than me, right? And I'm going up and down. I'm not slow. I'm certainly not the fastest, but I'm not slow. And then a bloke will get in. And he jumps in the side. And then they get the watch, don't they? Start doing things without... What are you doing? Just swim. Just swim. Doing this. And then the goggles go. I don't have any of that. I've got no goggles, no hat, no watch, nothing. Just my shorts. I do not wear budgie smugglers. Certainly not. Not at my age. And I've said before, you never see... By the way, who is it wants to know? 7 minutes before the cuckoo. The only people that wear those budgie smugglers are fat, overweight, balding, middle-aged men. Awful. Awful. Fat oozing around the side. I would look the same. It's awful. Dress appropriately, please. And you ladies, wearing those things with no bleeding bum hanging out. Oh, it's awful. Piece of string through the cheeks of your bum. We don't want to see it, love. Well, the gays don't, anyway. The straight lads... Do you know, I think you do it on purpose, ladies. I bet delicate Linda doesn't dress like that in the swimming pool, do you, my love? Awful. And you, Mark? Shorts, love. Shorts. Thank you. Trouble is, if I had to have a rest... we're talking about the other bit. So they get in the pool, on goes the little rubber thing over their heads. The goggles come out. They get the goggles out, wash them in the water first, and they put them on and do them up round. Then they just spend after 2 hours, I'm just... Right, here we go. And they hold on to the back like that, and whoosh, they're off. Splashing all over the bleeding place. Up to the end, turn around, underneath the water, and then they stop. And then they get out. Meanwhile, look, I'm at length 65. And they get out of the pool, and I think, what a... Yeah? The worst stroke is the butterfly. Water everywhere. Awful. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, the trouble is, if I stopped at one end, and I'd stop at the end like that, and you'd come behind me, I know you would, and try and have a cuddle in the pool in front of everyone. Dean, we have to meet up soon so you can have your ducks. I'm looking forward to receiving my ducks, Dean. Oh, no, hang on, I'm being correct. Dawlish is in Devon. I beg your pardon, Debbie. I do like a bit of correction. In fact, I've got a piece of correction noise here somewhere. Just a moment, please, Debbie. Let me see if I can find this for you, my love. Little bit of correction noise. Where is it now? Talk amongst yourselves for a moment, would you, my love? Do you know, someone said, if you did a telly show, and I'm I'm not what they want, and I'm not politically correct enough, what would it be? Generation. I'd love to do the Generation Game. I would love to do something like that on the telly if I had any sort of thing. Not Big Brother, no eating the thing and slagging off everyone's bleeding food. Nothing like that. Generation, something fun. Right, hang on. Where's the correction? Where's the correction? You know, I can't find it now. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't find it. I don't know where that's gone now. My correction noise. Up there. I got it. I got it. Right. So it's kind of in context. It's kind of in context. So we do like a little bit of correction now and again. Anyone else? Oh, thank you, Debbie. George Bond is there, likes beans and cheese toasty. That's a nice thing to have. Jane and Paul are with us. Hello, Jane and Paul. Loving the show. They're in Bromley in Kent, so welcome along to you there. Gary says Julie, the call-in, is the one that was stalking. Is that right? Are you a stalker, Julie? Come and stalk me if you want to, my love. Liver Sausage Larry is in the house. Hello to you, sir. Best thing ever on toast, 2 fried eggs. Yep, fried eggs on toast, scrambled eggs on toast, that sort of thing. Liver Sausage Larry. Mike Rees Ponto, I did say, is he in a chavvy hotel? He says I've been very rude. Not in a chavvy hotel. I could never take my hubby to one of those places. No, we are staying in a nice Airbnb apartment. And yes, we did fly Ryanair. Now, how do I block his number? Thank you, Shania. Choir Abbey. I would like to go and see that on the Isle of Wight. Big G, here we are. Big G wears Speedos. But I'm not middle-aged, fat or ugly. Okay, if you say so, my love. If you say so there. Carl is there. Good evening, Carl. He was at Leeds and... where we are. When I was at Leeds and Bradford, when I was 6 years old, the plane was a Fokker Friendship. The plane was at 12,000 feet. The right engine packed in. I bricked myself. Yeah, because that was one of the other things we're going to talk about tonight. Have you ever been on a plane and did something go wrong? Were you scared at your wits? I've been on a plane a couple of times with a bit of turbulence. Did it bother me? I don't think it really bothered me that much. And the only thing apart from that that's happened was actually on my last trip when I went to Fuerteventura and the plane came into land. It's coming down and then there's noise and it went back up again. Very exciting. No screaming. Oh, I was really disappointed. The clock's about to go, everyone. Clock's about to go. Listen carefully. Should start any moment now. So Carl, there's Carl one. Carl, lots of rain. Yeah, you're right there. Jesus born on Christmas Day, died at Easter. He didn't last long, did he? Yeah, well, he did actually. Not in the same year, dear. Carl likes Butler's Empire. Funny couple. Carl says he likes the whip sound. I wonder why. Here it is again for you, Carl. We await the chimes. We await the chimes. I hope you're going to be able to hear this all right. Maybe I'm going to shut up now and shall we wait for the chimes? If I can turn the sound right up then. It's going to start. It's going to start. Shh. 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 That's it. My friend Roy bought me that. Isn't it lovely? It's so lovely. And I will, of course, turn that down after the show, so don't wake me up in bed. Not that much is keeping me asleep at the moment. Awful. There you go. There'll be someone very pleased that now. Who was it now? Someone was waiting for that. I can't remember who it was now. Was it Linda? Can't remember who wanted that now. Anyway, they're probably switched off now that they've had the clock. Chris, look up Hartley Maudit Church. Very interesting story behind it. Where is that then? Hartley Maudit Church. Let's have a little look there. And we'll do another couple of bits. At Hampshire. Oh, it's not too far, is it? Oh, it's a nice looking place. Is it St Leonard's? St Leonard's, I believe it is. I'll have a little look at that. Thank you very much for that. Dean, Fairmont Hotel is nice in Englefield Green. Yes, I keep seeing that advertised on my Facebook. Funnily enough. Might have a little look at that. Vera, did you know every year you have a rubber duck festival in Bracknell? No. Who goes to these things? I'd be tempted to go to an electric train. What do you call them? Model railway exhibition, something like that. I like trains. I quite like trains. Maureen likes cathedral cheese, city cheese on toast with small tomatoes. I have a red Leicester cheese on toast with the tomatoes put under the grill. Lovely. So she likes that. That does sound nice, doesn't it? And Jason's son loves the clock behind us there. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, that clock came from somewhere called the Bradford Exchange. Okay, the Bradford Exchange. I don't know how much it is, but, you know, if you want one of those, I would imagine... How much is something like that going to cost? Somewhere between 80 quid and 150. I would imagine. I'm just guessing. I know that one there. That was 150 quid. You know, they're very heavy actually. They're very, very well made. But if you dropped it, I think you've had it. Which is why that's coming off the wall. That will be back. That will disappear. I'm afraid you're only going to see it today because it's just so far away. And I think I'm going to put it in the kitchen. I've got like purple walls in the kitchen now, and I think it looked really there. Carl says, "I wish it was a bit louder." Yeah, look. What, the whip or the clock, love? Honestly. Terrible people, you really are. Mark Bowles, he says it's just a rubber festival. I don't know what it is, Mark. Just a rubber festival, something like that people go to in their little rubber outfits, don't they? Is that something you do? But you should get yourself a little one of those, you know. I don't think I'd fit it. I'm the wrong shape to be wearing anything like that, really. I just about got my jacket on today. Won't do up anymore. Seriously, look. Won't do. Which is bad news because I go and see a specialist doctor twice a year, sometimes more often if something's going wrong, and I'm with him in, oh blimey, 5 or 6 weeks, and it did say I needed to lose another stone. Oh dear, just goes on and on, doesn't it, eh? Anyway, so there's our plane experiences. As I say, if you've got any plane experiences, do let us know there. You can text in there 07451 287 337 or use the email chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, or you can call in if you want to 020 8144 3477 is my phone number. 020 8144 3477. If you're in a chat box, gang, if you're in the YouTube chat box, I am not in that, okay? So I cannot see your messages on that, all right? You need to use one of the other methods of communication. And it'd be nice if someone else called in. It's up to you, all right? Statins. Statins. Anyone on statins? I was put on statins about a year ago. Because of my immune thing, right, they did this test on, not test, what do you call it, survey, experimental thing, you know, where they gave loads of people one of these little statin pills, and they discovered it protected them against heart disease. Something in your little tubes. I don't know. I'm not a medicinal person. Anyway, so I went on them, and then I got something wrong, so I stopped taking them. And when I got well again, I went back on them and something else went wrong. So I stopped taking them. And then I had an appointment at my doctor, my special doctor. How you getting on with those statins? Oh, I'm not taking them. Oh, can I ask why? I said, well, yeah, I've had a couple of illnesses. I think they were both chest infections. I kind of blamed them on the statins. He said, well, it won't be that. Oh, well. I said, and then there's other stuff I've read. Oh, you've been reading the internet, have you? And I said, yeah. Okay. Well, it's entirely up to you, Chris. You can believe what you read on the internet or believe the man that's kept you alive for the last 15 years. What do you want to do? Oh, right. Okay. Well, I'll start taking them again now. Correct answer. And I've been on them ever since. Now, yeah, as to be said, I do have stomach issues, which I never had before going on them. Maybe it's them and maybe it's not. But I'm on the statins, even though there's no problem really with my cholesterol. There was no problem with it. Okay? But they put them on because they did this survey and loads of people, they stopped the survey early because their results were very favourable. So I wondered how many of you are on these statin things. And blow me down, I had that all ready to talk about in the show. And then only yesterday, I think it was, we get this story out on the BBC website, somewhere where you'll never find me. The BBC, I don't think I'm what they want. I only tick one of the boxes. Poof. That's the only one it's the only box I tick, I'm afraid. So I shan't be hosting Chris Reardon's Generation Game. I would love to do something like that. Seriously. Not like The Chase or any of those other... I find them quite boring now. Even The Weakest Link with Anne Robinson, which was hilarious. It's so boring. He's just not funny. I'm sorry. He's that Romish. He just is not funny. You know, none of those people are around when we were kids. Sorry, none of the people who were doing that sort of thing were around when we were kids. You know, the great Bob Monkhouse, Bernard Manning. I mean, you may say, oh, he said some really dodgy... It was just comedy to me. You know, he used to lay into the gays. I was sitting there laughing my head off. I wasn't offended in any way, shape or form. I just thought it was funny. And who was the guy on the Golden Shot? Charlie White? He was good. Comedian. With a frizzy hair. Great people. And there's some of these people on the telly that they're just not funny. Are they? Awful. Anyway, back to this. BBC website. Cholesterol-lowering drugs called statins used by millions are far safer than previously thought, a major review has found. Leaflets in packs should be changed to reflect this and avoid scaring people off using the life-saving pills, say the authors. Statins do not cause... It's all very well reading, oh, it does this. Listen, if you read the internet before every single pill you take, every medicine you take, every suppository you shove up the other end, you'd never do any of them. I take great pleasure in sticking a... If it's too much, go and watch something else. Statins do not cause the majority of the possible side effects listed, including memory loss, depression, sleep disturbance. Yeah, I've got that. Weight gain. No, I think it's the crisps. And impotence, says the team funded by the British Heart Foundation. Meanwhile, and here it is, they can slash a person's risk of heart attacks and strokes. Now, someone some of you know has recently had a heart attack and a stroke. Okay, so I'll tell you who that is in a moment. And we were getting very worried about someone. So I'll tell you about it in a moment. The results in the Lancet journal, I think it's a medical magazine type thing, come from trials involving more than 120,000 people comparing statins with a dummy drug or a placebo. So that's a pill that they give you that actually doesn't do anything. Like, I don't know what it's made of, sugar or something like that. The only thing you get off that is a bleeding sugar rush. Rather have a Mars bar, thank you very much, wouldn't you? Or when's the last time I had one of those? A Mars bar? Blimey, how small are they now? Mars bar, where is it? I had a Mars bar, and I thought, just as I took a bite, I thought there's something stuck in my tooth. It was the entire Mars bar. That's how small they are now. Smaller and smaller and smaller. So what do? They bring out the duo. So now you have 2 in a packet. Because 1 isn't enough. In your case, it would be, Mark Bowles. 1 would be enough for me. Anyway, back to this. Statins are highly effective at lowering bad cholesterol, LDL. Now, I don't know what this means. I'm not a doctor, okay? And have been repeatedly proven to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, a condition that causes some 10 million deaths worldwide, and a quarter of all the deaths in the UK are due to this heart thing, say the researchers from Oxford University. As with any medicine, there can be side effects, but they are few. Okay? And the story goes on. But when you go on them, you are tested somewhere down the line to check things are not damaging you. So there we are. So that's what they say. So are any of you on statins at all, I wonder? Do let us know. Text number 07451 287 337, or you can use the email chris@chrisreardon.co.uk, or the phone 020 8144 3477. I've not had. Is no one on statins here? I don't know if anyone's on statins at all. Don't look like it here. Carl Shaw, he's on the statins. He's had no side effects at all, but it affects different people depending on their systems. Yeah, I mean, we can all have an aspirin, and it just affects people in different ways, doesn't it? All right. And he sends me a little picture of nights on white statins. I love it. Nights on white statins. Do. That one, yeah. You mad fool. Thank you very much for that. No, apart from you, I think it's just me and you on the statins there. Jane and Paul say, when we lived in Queens Road in Peckham many years ago, till we moved, what part did you live in? Commercial Way. We lived in, I think it was St George's House. I don't know if we were on the top of this block of old-fashioned flats. Now, I remember them being a big square there. Funny. Some years ago, I had the necessity to drive somewhere that took me through Peckham, and I think I went down a side road. I can't remember what for. Anyway, so I'm driving down this road, and there's a big building on the side, old building. I thought, I know that building. And as I got closer, it turned in. I thought, oh, it looks like a school. Is it a school? And as I got closer to it, I stopped. And I thought, it's my old primary school. And I hadn't seen that for 7, 17, 27, 37, 47, 57. For about 50 odd years, I hadn't seen that building. And yet I recognised it. Isn't that funny? I was very naughty in there. I looked the secretary in her office once, or the headmistress, one of the two, and went and hid in the toilets. I can't remember what. I'd done something wrong anyway. So yeah, that's where I was. My nan was in a place called Hardcastle House, which was opposite on the main, not the side road. On the main road, it was opposite the bus station. Hardcastle House. Can't think of a name. Was it might be Albin Square? She lived. Number 9 Hardcastle House, she lived. Nanny Hayes. Lovely lady. Patricia in Manchester. A school trip for me was to Lake Windermere. I've been there with the Scouts in Cumbria's Lake District. I was winding up another kid who had a massive Kajagoogoo poster. I know him. I've worked with him a couple of times when I was DJing. His name's Chris. Lovely man. Really, really nice person he is. Actually, I worked with him a few times. I think once here and twice abroad somewhere. I was the DJ in France. Was it Club Med? Something like that. I only did a week. 1 week, 1 year, 1 week. And I used to do a week there. And I did that for about 5 or 6 years. It was a nice little job. Not greatly paid, but that didn't matter because it was like all about going out there. You got your own room. You got fed. You go skiing if you want for no charge. You don't have to pay to take any money. It was a nice little job that was. And Chris came, Kajagoogoo came a couple of times. Ever such a nice man. And his other half at the time, I don't know if he's still with him now. I think he was called Steve. And he was a painter and decorator. Again, it's a lovely, lovely pair. Anyway, Kajagoogoo. I was winding up another kid who had a massive Kajagoogoo poster. So with the song, you remember the song? Too shy, shy, hush, hush, yidle, I'm too shy, shy. That one, yeah. He was showing off, so I grabbed it and threw it into the lake. Oh, you cruel. So cruel. Patricia, I'm very, very, very disappointed. Very disappointed to hear that. I would never do such a thing to another child. As a child myself. Never once. She threw it into the lake. He went off crying to Sister Pat, the scary nun. All nuns are scary. They're strict, aren't they? Nuns are strict in schools. We had nuns in our primary school, Sacred Heart in Roehampton. The main nun there was Sister Frances. She was all right. She was all right. There was Sister Hanny. She was in charge of the music. I can't think of the others. The nuns we had there were all right, but I've heard some nuns, especially at girls' schools, they're very, very strict. Anyway, this boy went off crying to Sister Pat, the scary nun. She came flying over, shouting my name, and I was made to sit on the back seat of the coach for the rest of the day. Yeah, but did you get to sit next to a nice boy, Pat? That's the thing. This happened in the morning. Great day. Oh, poor Patricia. Never mind, love. Next time, darling. I love it. Oh, naughty. Hello to Gary. Hello, Gary in Tamworth. Hello, Gary. Is the pendulum at the bottom supposed to swing? Oh, I didn't know I had one. Oh, there's nothing hanging down there. Oh, the clock. I beg your pardon, love. No. It's it just hooks on the bottom there. Doesn't swing that. Okay. It looks as though it might want to go. Give it a push. No, it just. There's a little hook under there, and it hangs on that. It's good though, isn't it? I do have downstairs in my hallway a proper cuckoo clock. You know. Cuckoo. I'm going to get a little test here. What time was that indicating then? I'm not doing it again. Should have been paying attention. So a cuckoo just cuckooed. What time did the cuckoo just indicate to you? See how clever you are today. Get your answers in. 07451 2873. See, we do all. This is harder than the chase, dear. No Bradley Walsh here, my love. I met him as well. I was doing a quiz night at the King's Head Theatre Bar. This is funny, this is. In Islington, 7-8 years ago, you walk around with a microphone, asking questions, catching people cheating on their mobile phones. Well, they won't go to heaven, will they? Anyway, and I had the need to go to the bar and get a bottle of wine as a prize for someone. So the bar, it was busy. They never had enough staff. Don't you find out with pubs, never enough staff? Mind you, they can't afford to have many staff. Not with the amount of money old Rachel from accounts has taken out of the pubs. Someone said to me there's an agenda to close all pubs, and I wouldn't be surprised what she's doing to these bars and pubs. You may not go to bars and pubs, but they were like centres of community. They really were. Rachel from accounts said more money. Shocking. Anyway, what was I about to say to you then? I forgot where I was then. Oh, I can't backtrack. Something about pubs, wasn't it? No, can't remember. Have you sent your answer in yet? 07451 287 337 or chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. What time did I just indicate with my, if you don't mind me saying so, excellent impersonation of a cuckoo? I wish I could remember what I was saying then. I've lost the point there. Here we are. Big G. He's on statins. Don't think I've had any side effects, but could explain the weight gain. Listen, mate, don't blame the statins. Stop eating, dear. Stop eating and drinking. Let me give you a challenge, Big G. Tomorrow, bean on toast. You go do a piece of toast. When it comes out your toaster or grill, you cut an inch of toast. You place on it 1 baked bean. And that will be your entire meal for the day. Do that all week. Guaranteed you will lose weight. Thank you very much. Don't thank me. You're welcome. I'm glad to help people like yourself. And I'm not charging you $5.99 what Weight Watchers would charge you, my love. Or Slimming World. Free of charge. Weigh yourself now. Come back to me next week and tell me that it didn't help. But I will know if you didn't stick to the diet. Thank you very much, Gary. Now, we've got some guesses here. Mark Bowles is straight in there. He don't muck around, Mark. He's straight in. No gentleness. 2 o'clock, Mark says. Jet in Canterbury, 2 o'clock. Roy in the Thames television area, 2 o'clock. Linda from Leicester, 2 o'clock. Cosmic, 3 o'clock. Jason Sun, 8 p.m. Maureen, 2 o'clock. Carl Shaw, 1 o'clock. Well, boys and girls, the actual answer is 2 o'clock. Didn't you hear the 2 cuckoos? I'll do it again for you. Cuckoo, cuckoo. That's 2, not 8, not 3, not 1. 2 o'clock. Well done, everyone. Mark Bowles was on top of. Mark Bowles was at the top of the list there. Thank you, Mark. Well done. You got that in there first. 2 o'clock. Thank you very much. Don't forget, gang, I'm not in the chat box. On screen are the various methods of communication into the show. Very impressed with all those people who were correct tonight. Okay, what else have we got on our list of chats today? So we've done the statins. Yeah, so I think you'll be all right. I tend to, if the doctor says to me, I don't self-medicate. You know, or I'll go and get some pills. I've got tummy ache, I'll go and get some stuff. I don't do that. I ask the doctor. And what he says, I do to the letter. Seriously, that's what I'm like. Other people question the doctors, and I understand that. Like I said about an hour ago, each and every one to themselves, you know. Seriously, each and every one to themselves. You do what you like. But your opinions, you know, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, I think, you know, you just got to let people do what they want to do with that sort of thing, or indeed anything else, really, you know. All right. I mean, for example, I'm vegetarian. I wouldn't tell you, you know, don't eat animals then. No one must eat animals. No, I wouldn't tell you that. That's up to you. Vegetarian. But I do sometimes joke on it. And some people take it the wrong way. Well, what have you had today? A meat pie. Oh, did you enjoy your dead animal pie today? Oh, don't say that. It's not a dead... Yes, it is. There are certain people in this world who do like to wind up a little bit. Horse fun in Benidorm. No, this isn't some pervy type thing, right? Do we have any horse racing type people here today? Anyone go to horses? And if you do betting, maybe you do it on your mobile phone, you know, betting online or something like that. I know a lot of people do that now, and A lot of people lose a lot of money as well doing that. Horses or anything like that. Or maybe you go to the races. Just down the road from me is Ascot, where Coworth Park was. You know, Ascot Week, they would be full up with some not people like me, very, very rich people in there. You know, they're not in the lovely though my room was. They will be, you know, in possibly I don't know. I mean, is there a nicer room than what I had? I was very, very pleased with my room. Since I've been visiting these really nice hotels a couple of times a year, and it is only a couple of times, believe me, you know, maybe 2, 3, 4 times maximum. You know, you have to save up if you want to do these things, and I like doing it. I've never been disappointed with the room, never. Anyway, horses. The Daily Star reported week before last, on the beach. That's like one of those online travel places. On the Beach has launched the world's first Cheltenham Festival package holiday, letting racing fans watch every race live, wait for it, on giant screens from a poolside in Benidorm for 330 quid. Now, I've only been to Benidorm once, believe it or not. I was married once, 1983. We didn't last the year, but that's okay. You know, it's just how it is. That's life, isn't it? And I hope she's all right. I don't dislike anyone, not really anymore. You know, you kind of get over things and you think, oh yeah. Sometimes I think, you know, I hope she's all right. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So you can go and leave a very cold UK and go somewhere like Benidorm and watch it on the big screen for £330. Now, before you say, but you wouldn't get the atmosphere, no, I don't think you would. But if there were a lot of people there doing the same thing, as in they have gone to watch the horses on the big screen, as you may well have done yourselves, then the atmosphere is going to be there, isn't it? Although not quite the same, but I think it will be there. I mean, maybe I could go to Australia in a couple of months' time where it's cold here, where they had the Eurovision Song Contest on, and watch it in Australia in the sun. Or it actually won't be, will it? Because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, I think it goes on there. I'm a little fan of the Eurovision. Ba, 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 ba. I did think about going for years, but then I read some people's comments who had been, and you must understand, it is a television show. Therefore, there are lots of lights and there are lots of television cameras and lots of members of staff in front of you and the stage, because the stage is basically a ginormous TV studio. And it is made as a TV show. Therefore, you have to expect to have cameras in the way, people walking past you, this, that and the other. And I kind of was put off it by that. I mean, I've seen a few TV shows, not recently. Years ago, I went to see Call My Bluff, TheGeneration Game, that was with Bruce, at BBC Theatre in Shepherd's Bush. Love Thy Neighbour, you remember that on London Weekend Television? That's Life, I went to see, and a few other bits and pieces that I can't remember at the moment. And it was okay, but you expect, you know, and they've got these TV screens, I suppose, they're all LED ones now, I suppose, or LCD ones, great big tellies hanging everywhere, and you can hear everything and everything that's going on. It's good. I enjoyed it. But the only thing is, with the Call My Bluff, they did 6 episodes. And by episode 4, you're bored to tears. Anyway, it says, yeah, the world's first Cheltenham Festival package holiday has been revealed, offering racing enthusiasts the opportunity to watch every race live on enormous screens from a poolside in Benidorm. Now, with the Benidorm, I think attracts a certain sort of people, the same as Disney attracts a certain sort of people. The Canary Islands, now I'm not sure that the normal Benidorm crowd are going to go for that. I don't think they'd be race goers. Are race goers not sort of a little bit more posh? If you see, I mean, I'm not a race goer. I wouldn't fit in there. I have no interest in watching horses go around, and some of them very, very sadly falling over and suffering big time. It's not for me. But would you go to something like that, I wonder? Anyway, it's 330 quid, which is the same price as a 4-day Cheltenham ticket. And merely £2 daily, enthusiasts can secure flights, a 5-night break, unlimited food and drink. And when I was in Fuerteventura, that was unlimited food and drink. But you see, I don't drink at all. In fact, funnily enough, even in the hotel, there was a lovely bottle of champagne waiting for me in the room, all on ice, little cake. Well, I don't drink it, did I? So I'm going to give that to one of my altar servers at church. He's like, I think he's 80. He does like a drink, so I'm just going to give it to him. Anyway, you'll be able to watch every race broadcast live on enormous screens beside the pool. Thanks to On the Beach, article continues below. Why am I reading that? The two participating hotels, Magic Aqua Rock Gardens and Villa España, will screen every single race, ensuring devotees don't miss a moment, even while lounging on an inflatable. I'm wondering, Mark Bowles, is this something that you might want to do? I mean, you could take me there. Why don't we go to Benidorm as a couple? Or maybe not as a couple. We could come back as a couple, though, couldn't we, Mark? You know, walk into your ex-girlfriend then at some point, holding hands. Just suggesting how you could get back at her, my love. I'm up for it. I'll be awful. Here we are. Option 1, On the Beach. Return flights to Benidorm. 5 nights at a 4-star, all-inclusive restaurant. That's all right, isn't it? Unlimited food and drink. Every Cheltenham race shown live on multiple giant screens. Sunshine included. Total cost £330. Or you can have the Cheltenham Festival, option 2. 4 days entry, 2 pints a day, no food included, watch races on the trackside, dodgy British weather, total cost the same, 330 quid. Maybe you're one of those people that likes to sit around the pool. You get up, you have your breakfast, you go around the pool, you go and have your lunch, you go around the pool, you have your dinner, you have a bit of nighttime entertainment, and you go to bed. I find it difficult to lay around the pool and do nothing. I like to be out doing stuff, and now I take you with me as well, which is nice because I don't feel like I'm on my own when I'm walking around with that camera. I don't sound stupid, but I don't. I seriously don't, because I know you're there. Anyway, I think that's pretty good. Is that something you might want to take me to there, Mark, I wonder? Eh? Mark says, you're on about Bradley Walsh. Yes, I was. I was on about Bradley Walsh. Thank you very much. Got it now. Can I just take you back now? We were talking about the quiz night that I did, right? Walking around with a microphone. Remember? Can I take you back to that? So I'm doing this quiz night, and then I need a bottle of wine at the bar. Thank you, Mark. You reminded me. So I went to the bar. It's about 3 deep there. Never enough staff in a bar these days. And I thought, I need this bottle now. Excuse me. I can't remember who was behind the bar now. Let me think. Was it Graham? Let's say, Graham, can you pass me that bottle, please? And I could see people ordering the drinks. And Graham looked at it. He saw it was me and went and got the bar. And this bloke turned around. I said, oh, I'm sorry, but... And it was Bradley Walsh. And I'm like, oh, my God, I've just pushed in front of a star. He said, nah. And he was so nice. No, that's all right, mate. I can see you at work. Nice little quiz you got going here. I said, well, thanks very much. He said, that's a nice jacket. Where'd you get that from? I said, it's Ralph Lauren one. I've had it a few years now. He said, oh, interesting how you left the label on the arm. He was so nice. There you go. Another nice person. And when you watch him on the telly, you know he's a nice person. I watch some of them on there and I think, nah, you're all fake. You are either man or woman. I can tell them. I can see straight through them. And again, I think that's something you get with age. I'm sure I know there's a lot of people out there now older than me. There's someone who's the oldest person. I think was 85. I think we've got someone here who's 85 years old. I bet you can see through everything as well, can't you? It's coming along nicely. Thank you very much. See, not quite a failure. I may not be able to pass exams, but I can see what the bleeding hell's going on. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for reminding me on that one, Mark. Maureen, please say hello to Gadget Gaza from me. So hello to Gadget Gaza tonight from Maureen. Dean, there used to be a racecourse in Egham. Is that right? In the 1900s? And he used to do show jumping in West Sussex. What, yourself? Did you have someone on your back jumping over the fences? You are a strange person. Did you do horses with your dad? Yeah, your dad. Well, actually, I used to do it with my nephew and niece's kids. I'd be a horse. The trouble is, if you go to, I did it once. I think it was at my nephew Jimmy's 21st birthday party, possibly, or another family event. And I don't usually hang around with the adults. I find them a bit boring, don't you? Yeah, they're all standing up there talking bull crap. They're all talking crap about this, that and the other, telling us what wonderful thing recently they've been doing or going all political and all that. Oh, I can't be bothered to listen to all this. So I used to go on find out where the little kids were. Little ones. And at this family event. Right, who wants a horsey? I went down like that. Oh, my God. They all jumped on me. There's about 10 of them. Someone had to come over eventually and drag the kids off. Oh, it was hilarious. Someone came. I think it was Auntie Marion. May she rest in peace. She's gone now. She said, you've got to stop that. You're getting them all too excited. I said, why not? They're having fun. Oh, you're having fun sitting there talking your political bull crap. Oh, dear. Anyway, we did a hell of a laugh. Yeah, so clearly Dean does the same. He's a horse and he goes round. He used to go round a race course in Egham in the 1900s. Well, I didn't know that old. Oh, his ex-husband had a horse. They had 3 horses. Well, that's a bit greedy. There's only 2 of you. Why do you need 3? Can't you give one away? Thank you. Big G, hold on, fatty. I'll have you know I'm on a diet and lost 10 pounds since New Year. Did you? Well, let's hope that we'll notice this soon then, Big G. Very good. 10 pounds is not a bad amount to lose. Well done there. Can't see. I don't know who this is from. Someone finishing 1-8. Do send your name in so we know you are. Hi, Chris. I went to a convent school. The nun. Yeah, I told you. The nuns were so strict. One in particular was horrible. We girls loved it when she went away on a feast retreat. Funny the things you remember. I remember so much at school. I remember me and my friend Gary Manners beating up Tony Busher in the primary school cloakroom. Well, not beating as in hit. You know, we used to push him on the floor and cover him with all the coats. Mr. Makin went mad. And if it is funny, the things that you remember. I used to play trains in the school playground. I was the engine. They're all hanging on to my back. You know, they take the back of your jumper and hang on as you go around. I never grew up with it. I'm still doing it now. I try and start that off in the gym. And the blokes in there just look at me like I'm mad. What? You're missing out on the fun, mate. I wonder if that's something you'd like to play with me, Mark Bowles. Trains. Yeah, you could get behind me and hold on. Just a suggestion. Just think of fun things to do, Mark. That's all. I don't know who this is. There's no name. It says, can't see the Benidorm set being racing people, to be honest. No, I can't see it either. Wouldn't be for me. I can't stand the cruelty to horses. So there's someone who agrees with me there. And they do have... Oh, they fall over and break legs and things like that. I tell you what I don't like at racing, and I've seen it, so the whipping. I don't like that. And they would argue it doesn't hurt them. Are you the one being whipped? I really don't like anything like that, you know. Big G, what do you mean certain types go to Benidorm? I love Benidorm. I rest my case. And I'm pretty middle class. You think so, do you, my love? Dean, I did do training with horses. What, the horses taught you how to jump over the fences? Is that what you're saying, Dean? Some very strange messages coming through. It's Lynn from London. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn, I'm going to put your name in there. And once I've put your name in, you never have to text in your name again. There we are. Lynn. I love it. Oh, hang on. Lynn from London. Now, whenever you text in, you see, it comes up. Lynn from London. Isn't it clever? It's clever, isn't it? Vera. Vera's been to Benidorm. They love their football. I wouldn't go there again. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I went in 1983. I very much doubt it would be the same as it was then. We stayed at Hotel Orange. Always remember, it had a lift with no door, no internal door. And, you know, if you put your hand out, well, you'd be ripped off, wouldn't it? But in those days, I think a lot of those foreign lifts were like that. They're not like that anymore, are they? Chris, can you tell us who had a heart attack and a stroke, please? Lynn. Yes. I'll tell you now. It's one of our karaoke people who disappeared for a couple of weeks. George. Now, those of you that watch the Karaoke London channel, which is another little thing I do, Friday and a Saturday night, round about 7:15, 7:30, 7:15, type into YouTube Karaoke London. It should come up at the top. We do a live broadcast from there. There is some swearing in it. Just be warned at that, okay? You know, it's a live situation. It's all in context. It's never offensive. And someone who's been coming for many, many years is a bloke called George. He's very, very flamboyant. He's Scottish, and he does a lot of wailing, okay? And he knows he does a lot of wailing. So why do you keep wailing? And he just smiles. And he disappeared for 2 weeks, and he turned up again at Friday with a walking stick. I think he's in his 80s. And Governor came up to me. I think it was Nick. We have a couple of managers in there. Nick, he says, George is in. I said, where is he? Over there. He's had a heart attack and a stroke. And I thought, you're joking. No. Anyway, I prepared the night. I'm all ready to go, and I went over and saw him. How are you, George? Oh, well, I'm okay. He says, actually, I can't do Scottish accents or any accent come to that. And he was telling me about it. He said, I'm a little bit shaky on my legs. He said, but I'm not too bad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sing or not. I said, well, do you want to sing? He said, yeah, okay. I said, I can bring the microphone over to you. You can just stay at the table and I'll bring the microphone over. No, I want to come onto the stage. You want some help up? No, I think I'll be okay. All right, okay, fair enough. And he came up and he sounded the same as he normally did, you know. Most people at a karaoke night, remember, we are not at the Royal Albert Hall doing a professional performance. None of us would be able to do something like that. We are karaoke singers. We're not pop singers. So I've always said this, if you can't sing, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If you can come to my nights and you have had a good night, then I'm happy. I don't care if you can sing or not. I want you to come and have a little bit of a laugh and a good night. And that's how I run it. You do get people in there who are really serious about their singing. They don't come back. They just don't see it as a fun night. They see it as like a performance. And some people, if there's an issue with the sound, and sometimes there is, or the lights, or the karaoke stream, or they think they've missed their turn, or they think someone's replaced them, they go absolutely ape. They go ape. And, you know, it's just one of those things. All right, chill out. It's just a karaoke night. Just a karaoke night. And I'll do my best to make you sound all right. You might think the microphone's a bit low sometimes, but I'm trying to balance it out with the music, you know. Anyway, so George and I said, how was it? He said, well, at one point, they put me in the MRI machine, I think, for his head. This is how they discovered the stroke, I suppose. And he said, the next thing I know, I was all stiff and I couldn't move. and I was outside the MRI machine, right? And they had 2 paddles on my chest. So I think he may have died in the MRI machine and they brought him back again. And I only know him from the pub. And I've known him quite a few years. Nevertheless, I was really upset by this. And whenever he came up to sing, I'm like, wow, is this the last time I'm going to see you sing? You know? When he carried out his songs. He's one of those people who isn't going to stop. I'm telling you that now. There are so many people out there. And again, it's personal choice. Whatever you do, it's up to you. No one judges. Or at least I try not to judge anyway. Some people, that's it. They won't come out the house until they're better again. Well, that might not happen. Certain things through your life, you know, you get something, and maybe that thing is never going to go, or that perhaps you've broken an arm and it's not quite right anymore and it's always going to be like that. George would get on with it. I mean, remember, he's only been gone, I think it's 2 weeks. So I don't know at what point he came out of that hospital, but there he is again on a Friday night with his walking stick. I mean, honestly, how strong must he be, really, to just... And he will carry on until he drops. I know he will. There's another person at the moment. I don't think I should tell you who it is. Someone I really like a lot. And he's just announced that he's going on a course. But we won't see him for a while because the course is months rather than weeks. Now, that sounds to me like he's someone that will probably try not to lie to you. So the way he's told that is not lying. I think it's a treatment course. And I do hope he's better or gets better over that. But at the moment, there's a lot of replacements coming in and we never know who we're going to get. And he's a lovely, lovely man. If I don't think I should say who it is actually. No, it's not someone that you would know, but it's someone I talk about a lot on here, or at least probably more on the radio show than I do on here. You know, but yeah. So there's a lot of illness around, you know, but it is what it is, you know. And what can you do? What can you do? All right. So that was it, George. Who is now, I suppose, in recovery mode. He did say to me a couple of years ago that he'd had several heart attacks and the doctor said the next one will probably finish me off. Well, he's had 2 since then, so we're hopeful. And he laughs. He sits there and laughs. You know? But he's a carrier honour. Other people are a sit-at-homer. And I don't think it does any good to sit at home. I really believe, you know, if you've got some sort of illness and there's something that you do all the time, right, try and get back to it as quickly as you possibly can. Seriously. I think it does help there. Dean has sent me a photo of him on a horse. I'll have a little look later. Dean, all right. Evening to Tracy in Huntington. Hello, Tracy. Evening, Chris. My hubby and I are planning to go to Benidorm for his birthday in March. You fancy joining us? Oh, March. Very, very busy person. Busy. Very busy, Tracy. No, can't do March. Actually, my fill-in at the pub is away himself in March for I think is it 1 week or 2 weeks he's going to America. Then I've got the special doctor there. Oh, Mark Bowles' 39th birthday. So he would be a toy. Is that all right? 39 and 63? What do you think, girls? I think he's just waiting for an opportunity to turn up at some point. I've got Mark Bowles' birthday there. I'm waiting for him to invite me to wherever he has his birthday. And I'm going to drive down, all the way down to Somerset in the Television Southwest area. But I don't think he's going to tell me where he is. I must discover who his mates are. And they will tell me. Perhaps do you know what I could do, Trace? I could hide in one of those cakes. And then jump out in a pair of Speedos. Or I dressed as like a nurse or something like that, or a French maid. I think he might like that. I don't know what he's into. Mark, have you ever been in any brawls or fights at your shindigs? Yes, there has. Oh, yes, there has. The worst one was at the Telegraph in Putney. I was doing a soul night there. 1985, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. And I went to the bar. Can I do a soul night? Yeah. When do you want to do? Yeah, okay. So we started, and it was an instant success. Very unusual. Very lucky to get something like that. Instant success. They piled into this pub, youngsters, and we were going about 6 weeks. And then one day, suddenly, this glass went flying across the room, and then another one, and then the entire place erupted. I kid you not. There were glasses going, chairs going, and there's me sitting there in the corner. DJ decks. We were on record players then. There were no CDs, certainly no computers, speakers on poles. I thought, oh my God, someone's going to pick up a speaker and chuck it. I had people coming from both sides over to me. You're right, mate. Just get under your decks. You'll be fine. No one's going to touch you. Really? Yeah. Just go under the decks. Okay. So I went under the decks, and then the police came. And I got up. Nothing of mine had been touched. I kid you not. But my word, the place was destroyed. And then I got cancelled. I can't think why. So that was the worst one. There hasn't really been any other big ones like that, really. I had some woman slap me across the face twice, 2 different ones. That was another thing. I can't remember what that was. Couldn't get their own way. I wouldn't back down. No, I'm sorry, we're full up at the moment. You can't sing. Too late. And I'm quite nice about it, but then they go on and on, and then they turn on you see. So I had a couple of slaps, which of course wouldn't happen if you were there beside me, Mark, would it? It was very exciting. Big G, why don't you make your next video called Mythbusters and go to Benidorm and see if your opinion changes? I think it will. I'd be up to go to Benidorm. Absolutely, yeah, I would. I would go to Benidorm. Did I tell you about the new comments show? Okay, so the shows, the little recorded shows have been getting very, very long. So what I'm going to do is a comments show once a week, or at least once a week if there's been one or more videos during the week. Okay, so the comments are going to move onto their own show. Doesn't affect this show at all, okay? This show not affected, only the recorded shows. And that will give us, well, it'll give you another video every week, and that will be coming out on Saturdays. I've decided to do that on Saturdays. It won't be live, so it'll be a little recorded video, the same as the outdoor ones. And then any comments that you've sent in since those videos have been out will be on the comments and answers show. And I already have a jingle for this. Oh, yes. Let me play you the comments and thing jingle. Hang on, if I can find it. Is it there? Is it there? 1, 2, 3. There's the pictures. Comments. Oh, of course, I can't bleed them. Here it is. Comments and questions show intro. Hang on. Right, have a little listen to the jingle. Hope you like this, my dears. I hope you like this. Here we go.
The comments and questions show on a Saturday night with Chris Reardon from United Kingdom Talk.
Do you like it? That was done with AI. It's very clever. And there's a little video thing and all sorts going on there. So, so that will be Saturday night at 5:30. A brand new comments and questions thing. So any recorded video you see, you got any comments on there? And plus, if you want to ask any questions, I'm not saying I'm always going to ask them. No rude questions. Oh, come on. No rude questions about my relationship with Mark Bowles. Please. 39 years old. Toy boy. It's okay, isn't it? 39, 63. Yeah. So Benidorm, absolutely. Yeah, I'd go to Benidorm with my little camera. I think I'd be quite nice. And cheap. It's a cheap holiday, that, isn't it, Benidorm? Jason, I speak for myself only. I like your hosting at Central Station. I learned so many songs. Do you know, you're one of those people, Jason, that does different songs every week. Full credit to you, my friend. Full credit to you. There are certain people, they do the same blooming songs week in, including me, to be fair. Week in, week out. And some of them not particularly good, but like I say, doesn't matter, it's karaoke. You do different songs every week. As indeed does Vera, Roy, Gary's been doing some new ones. Even Maureen's been doing some new ones. Nate, Tom, they all do different songs every week without fail. Some in Chinese, because you're Chinese, aren't you? And little Nate's Chinese. Lovely to hear a song in Chinese, or indeed any other language anyone wants to sing a song in. I particularly am a fan of the French language doing love songs. I love that. I just love that. It sounds so good. Anyway, he says, have a great time, made social with people. I truly appreciate... Oh, hang on, we've got a call coming in there. Hello, who's on the line, please?
Hello, Chris. It was 2:00.
That is correct. It was 2:00. That's a bit late with that, my love. Blimey, we did that 3/4 of an hour ago. Thanks for calling back in, Julie. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See you, love.
Cheers, darling.
Bye, love. Bye. That's my fault. I should have closed those lines. Hang on, let me just close that phone now. There we are, and that's got... Right, okay, no more phone calls, darling. Back to Jason. He says, had a great time, made social with people. I truly appreciate with such events and opportunities in London. Your live recording on YouTube is legendary, Karaoke London. That's right. It's so unique and special. We can all watch and listen back over and over again. Oh, I wouldn't do that, my love. As you say, you don't think I've listened to myself singing, do you? It's always a bad idea, mate, because you probably won't come back. Thank you. Good evening to the lovely Debs in Bracknell. Hello, Debs. Nice to see you this morning, love. I'll give you a call after if you want. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea after I finish this. Rob, Shaggy's there. I have a feeling you're quoting me, Chris. More than happy for you to mention me. I put my post on Facebook earlier for awareness. Thank you very much, Rob. Shaggy is in the house. Dean, the lovely guy you was on about was Graham. He's an inspiration. Good luck to him, and he seems a nice guy. I can't remember, to be honest, the name. Roy will pay for me to go Jet 2 to Benidorm. All inclusive, Ryanair or EasyJet flight yourself. Your choice. Oh, I don't know about that Jet 2. I mean, I could end up sitting next to a load of lads, a bit mouthy, a little bit drunk, with that strange smelling cigarette stuff on their breath. I could be squashed in chairs with that lot. Let me see if I can give you a date. Do they have express check-in? Is it fast tracks to the lounge? There's another Roy here. Chris, I watch your karaoke channel as I do watch this one. You're always across as very caring. Oh, I don't know about that. You always make people smile. That's what I like to do, try and make people smile there, all right? Hi, Shania. Bit of bad news, Shania. I don't know if you heard the beginning of the show today. I fouled the quiz at the end of the online thing, so I don't think it's for me, to be honest. I thought I could offer something. I don't want to say what it is. I thought I could offer something, but I'm kind of thinking maybe that's not meant to be. And that's okay, you know. I can't remember if you was with us at the beginning. You know, the online module thing, I had 3 goes and I kept getting 70%. So, all right, Shania. Vera loves the jingle. Thank you, Vera. There's our little Debs. Thank you, Debs. Expect a phone call. Simon and Kelly in... Oh, look at the time. It's time to go. Simon and Kelly in Stevenage are there. Hello to you too. Mark thinks it's hilarious. It's 2:00. Yeah, a little bit late there. Our lovely Julie, possibly a problem with her phone. Let me just check my emails, see if we have any more emails in, because Carl likes to use the email. There he is. Michael Poltman's there. Good evening, Michael. Hello to you. Evening, Kitty, he says. He said that half an hour ago, didn't you there? Carl went to Red Car Races last year. Great time there. Put a horse on at 10-1 and it came in. at 4:30, 10 to 1. How much did you win? Oh, it's too late now to get you. Hurry up, tell me how much you won. And he likes Sticky Vicky in Benidorm, which I gather is some sort of nice high-class show with ping-pong balls and that sort of thing. So I'm sure you enjoy that, Carl. I do hope you don't catch one of those in your mouth, my friend. Is your tumble dryer still working? Yeah. Blimey. You love it, don't you? You want one. Available from the Bradford Exchange. I've no idea how much they are. I'm imagining somewhere between 80 and 150 quid for one of those. Very high quality, and it's wonderful. Wonderful. Something like that, okay? All right. Is Carl replied? No, he's not replied there. Rob, think of the lads on the Jet 2 flights. Making me out to be easy. Stop it. Think of the lads on the Jet 2 flights like those of the Trigger movies. I've no idea what they are, man. Is that like something you'd see at the cinema? Chris, you could meet the dream man on the flight, share a transfer, and then get straight into... No, I won't read that out. Thank you very much. Roy, clock home, 8 p.m. Yes. Daryl's enjoyed the show. Hello, Daryl. You've left that till the last minute, haven't you? Daryl's enjoyed the show tonight as well there. Okay, boys and girls, well, I don't think we got through too many of the things here, but that's okay because we can carry them over to next week. Although I have like a menu of stuff that's going to be in the show, we often don't get even halfway down the page. It's just there if I need a little bit of a jog or perhaps we dry up a little bit or whatever. All right, so thanks for joining us. I think I'm back with you next Sunday. Yep, I've got a busy old week. I'm going to Kew Gardens tomorrow for the orchid thing. I've got a 1 o'clock book in there. So I'll take the camera along with me. And you should see that one, I think, on Thursday. Got to speak to a solicitor on Tuesday because I've got a will to update. Wednesday, I've got a booking at a private doctor. Okay, this is a consultant. Because as you know, if you're a regular viewer, I have a lot of stomach issues and a gallstone, and I'm not being looked at until probably October, and it's bothering me. And if they look at me in October, it will be 11 months since I was referred. So I'm just going to pay this consultant. You can pay a consultant, have a little bit of time with him, and then decide what you want to do. How much is it to go fully down the pay route and get it all sorted? Or he might say to me, look, I don't think it's going to get any worse. You can well afford to wait until November. The only thing is, the appointment in October will probably be to see him again. Do you see what I mean? So this is how I think it is in my head. You go and see the specialist, right? He will tell you what he thinks because there's other stomach issues as well. And this all started last March. Then you'll be given the choice of going down the private route, pay for everything, which I assume is fairly quick, or going back on the waiting list, then seeing him again, probably the same person, in October, and then he will decide then what you should do, and I would assume you join another waiting list to have whatever done it is that you have to have done. Now, there are various people, and I come across these people all the time who are not doctors or medical type people at all, and they give their suggestions, and one of the suggestions is, they can often blast them without an operation. No, not a gallstone you can't. Kidney stones, yes. Gallstone, no. All right, so just in case you were wondering that, and that's it. Oh, Carl, that's a horrible picture of me. He sent me a picture as a devil. Oh, I don't like that, Carl. I'll have to take that. I'm going to delete this immediately from my systems. My word, what if Father Danny was to come round here and see that on my computer? I don't think I should open my computer in front of Father Danny, to be honest. Download. Let me just delete that. Carl, please, love. Make me smiling at least. Oh, I forgot to show you something, didn't I? Yeah, someone sent in a picture of her dog. It was Heidi, wasn't it? Her dog barking while watching me on a previous show. Here it is.
The purpose of the visit was to go to St. Monica's Church in Santa Monica. Actually, if you look down my list, to last there is a video of me meeting the Monsignor. It's a wonderful time. I have also seen Disney and a little bit of shopping. Although I gather I went to shopping, which to be honest was dilapidated. I should have gone to City something. One side, but I went to the wrong side. But that's okay. Anyway, lovely place.
All right, there you are. And I'll be honest with you, it's the most intelligent conversation I've had with someone for ages. Listen, I've got to go now. Thanks ever so much for joining us. If you're around in the morning, tomorrow morning I do host a little radio show. That's where it is. Just type into your address bar reachonair.com. Once you've got on there, there'll be a little listen button. Just click on that and it'll start playing, okay? And that starts just after the 9 o'clock news, so about a minute and a half after 9 in the morning, okay? So that's on Monday to Friday between 9 and 10 a.m. Not on Wednesday this week. Oh, actually, can I do Wednesday? No, it'll be all right. Actually, that hospital's not too far. I think I'll be on the Wednesday. Yeah, so Monday to Friday at 9 till 10 o'clock. If you can't make one of those, I do something similar on a Tuesday night. And that's in... Oh, I can't find it now, the Tuesday night. Where's the Tuesday night one? There it is. There's the Tuesday night one. Okay, that's on Tuesday night. Exactly the same place, except it's 9 p.m. until 11 p.m. And you can join us there, all right? Okay, enjoy the rest of your evening, boys and girls. And I'll see you for another one of these next Sunday at 6 o'clock at night. Cheerio now.